This is Abby Newton reporting for the FICO news site on same-sex marriage in East Lansing Churches. Now, the Catholic Church might recognize civil unions between same-sex couples following increased attention to the same-sex marriage debate in the Supreme Court. Now, Reverend Mark Inglot of St. John Catholic Church and St. Thomas Aquinas Parish says the idea for civil unions between gay partners would leave marriage between a man and a woman and honor that tradition that has been there for centuries. Parochial vicar at St. Thomas Aquinas Parish, Jim Lothamer, says same-sex marriage does not fall within the order and the will of God. He adds that the church would not necessarily celebrate the unions like they do a marriage, but it would tolerate them. Now, other churches, like the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, says marriage between same-sex couples is contrary to the church doctrine and contrary to the will of God. Lansing Stake President John Coakley says Latter-day Saints does not think having same-sex attraction is a sin, but acting on it is a sin. On the other end of the spectrum, Reverend Jody Benton of Edgewood United Church of Christ says the United Church recognizes sexual orientation diversity. The United Church of Christ believes that God does not discriminate and that same-sex marriage is not a sin or an act against God's will. Now, this belief has caused many same-sex couples to flock to the United Church of Christ, Benton says. When asked how the church would respond if the Supreme Court ruled in favor of same-sex marriage, Benton says,
Well, we'd have a huge party.
For the FICO news site, I'm Abby Newton.